Good Saturday morning, y'all. It's that time again. I am going to cook an egg, but this is going to be in a way that I've never cooked an egg before. And actually, the egg is almost secondary to this recipe. This recipe is called Shakshouka. And it is a traditional Tunisian recipe. And it's also popular in North Africa and the Middle East. And it is made several different ways, but these are the basic ingredients, and plus an egg, onion, pepper, tomatoes. There are recipes that include mushrooms. I'm going to put some garlic in with the onions when I cook the onions. Let's see. Oh, cheese. Some recipe calls for feta cheese. I'm going to be using mozzarella because that's all I have, and that's really the only cheese I really like. So I got a whole lot of chopping to do, and the first thing I'm gonna do is cook the onions down with some garlic in the onions. And I got my big ass pan right here. These are my Tramontina pans, and I've mentioned it before. Yeah, I put that there just so it doesn't scratch up the one on the bottom. And then if I set this in there, I do the same thing. But this is my big Tramontina pan. I'm gonna put some olive oil in there and cook the onions down, and then put everything in there and cook it, and you'll see. I'll show you. But I just wanted to tell you about my Tramontina pans. These are the best fry pans I've ever had, and I take really good care of them just because they're not pricey as far as good fry pans go, but I hate buying stuff over and over. So I'm gonna make these last as long as I can. All right, let me get to cutting. I've washed all my vegetables because who knows what kind of nasty stuff people have touched and then go in and fondle the vegetables. Or maybe that's just me. All right, I got my onions in there with olive oil and garlic. And I want to let that cook down, and I guess they call it caramelizing, or at least soften up, because they'll take longer to soften than the peppers will. And now I'm going to get to work cutting up the rest of my veggies. Well, I got my peppers cut up. I'm still letting these cook down. I just turn the heat up just a little bit. You know, I'm not an expert cook, so I'm always afraid to get too hot, because once you burn stuff, there's no coming back. You can't unburn it. So I got my peppers cut up, and when I was cutting the guts out of one of them, I dropped it, and Breezy grabbed it before I could pick it up, and there you go. I'll have to get the broom out and clean that up. Now I'm cutting my maters, and this is how the size I'm cutting them up. So I'm going to get these all cut up, and then go back to there and start stirring them onions up right after I clean that up. Okay. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Anybody see anything wrong with this picture? I'm cooking. I'm cooking and my wife is mowing. I see nothing wrong with that. All right, just like 5 more minutes of these onions cooking, and then I'm going to throw the peppers in there. And when they soften up good like the onions, then I'm going to throw the tomatoes in there and cook it all down. Let all the liquid boil off from the tomatoes. Not all of it, but these tomatoes are going to be nearly pureed by the time I'm done. But we'll get there in a minute. We'll be back. All right. Now, on to the next step. That's a lot of tomatoes, but it's going to cook down and make like a tomato gravy kind of thing. Alrighty. I'll get this all stirred up. I'm going to let it cook down without a lid for a while. When all these tomatoes get soft and I can mix it all up real good, then I'm going to put a lid on it. We'll be back. Alright, this is cooking down real nice, but what I got to do is cook off all the water, the liquid there, and that's going to be time consuming. So I got my chair right here. And I'm watching videos. This is my homemade little iPhone rack. I set my phone down in this rack and I watch videos. And I think probably an hour. See you then. Oh, that's looking so good. I'm going to go ahead and put some red pepper flakes in this. That's enough. Still probably another half hour or so bubbling. See you then. Alright, here's where we start adding the cool stuff. And I've turned this down some. And I've never done this before, so give me a second. I'm working on it. Alright, what you do is make a divot. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Make a divot. And you crack an egg in it. One more. Now, just a second. Now, I don't have a lid that'll fit this. So what I'm going to do, take a piece of tin foil. I say tin because I'm old. I know it's aluminum foil. And I'm just going to weight it down. And what that does is basically poach the eggs. Now I'm going to turn this down. I'm down on low medium right now. And I think 5 or 10 minutes and these eggs will be good and poached. And, I'll show you what we got after that. We'll be right back. Alright, we're going to have a look at this. Ho 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 ho! Boy, does that look good. I'll tell you what. Now, I'm going to lay me some mozzarella up on there. I love mozzarella. It's my favorite cheese. Yeah. And I'm not going to go gently. I'm going to lay it on there. I'm going to break it up a little. Oh yeah, and a little bit of paprika, just a little. Well, maybe not a little, but depending on how much falls out uncontrollably. That was a lot. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put this back on, give it just a couple more minutes for everything to melt, and we're gonna eat. See you over at the table. All right. I'm gonna try the spatula first, and if that doesn't get it out, I'll try the. Oh yeah, that's wow. All right. Now I'm gonna try it without nothing on it, but I've got some Frank's Red Hot just in case. All right, let me get a chunk of that egg. Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. It'll blow on it a minute. I don't have nothing to drink either. So if it's hot, I'm doomed. Oh, sweet Jesus. I tell you what. Nothing tastes this daggone good, I'll tell you. I can eat this every day. And it really doesn't need nothing. I think I'm gonna put some Frank's Red Hot on it just because I like it hot. But man, that's good. Let me try another one. Hell to the yeah, man. That is really good. And it's called Shakshouka. It's I think I mentioned, it's a Tunisian dish that is popular in the Middle East and North Africa. Man, I don't want to stop eating, and I'm not. But you are. Thanks for watching, y'all.